think this is just as, in a lot of ways, just as pervasive as the Patriot Act. So,
Yeah.
For some of the comrades who may be a little younger who don't know what happened post 9/11, is that the Patriot Act was a unilateral set of policies and laws passed in order to essentially allow the government, the FBI, the CIA, etc., to spy on American citizens suspected of "quote unquote" terrorism. And obviously, on the surface, what it was being sold to the American people was, we're doing this to prevent another 9/11. But even critics at the time already could see, just through the language of the bill, of the policies, that essentially it was just carte blanche for the government to be like, oh, we don't like this person, so we're gonna look into them under the guise of terrorism, which is something we talk about a lot on TikTok, and now we might lose the ability to do that. So, okay, why is this happening? So, TikTok, the ban on TikTok basically really picked up when the Israeli, I'm going to use particular words here. This is by no means undermining what is happening, so bear with me. Israeli, and their settlements of Palestine really popped off. All that information, up till right now, was spread mainly through TikTok, Telegram, but mostly TikTok, because for the first time ever, you had people who could literally show in mass the violence that was being brought upon them by a settler colony with American-made weapons, bombs, and airplanes. And it spread literally like wildfire all over the world. Even now, when the Americans try to bomb Yemen, you'll get a TikTok on it within a matter of minutes, and it goes everywhere. And we've seen such a staunch, for the time, a staunch resistance within the United States of people who, again, like you were pointing out, Cruz, who weren't necessarily political, finally being like, this is not okay. Like, I've always kind of known that America does bad stuff, but now I'm really seeing it. I'm seeing active, genocide occur. So when this started to happen, the lawmakers in the United States really decided that we have to get rid of this app. We cannot allow our adversaries, quote unquote, brown people, to have control over the means of communication. Now, the other half of it too is that the ByteDance, and therefore, China, Singapore, they're making a hell of a lot of money from this. The United States wants that monopoly. It's the same, it's quieter rhetoric, but it's the same kind of rhetoric that it comes when Donald Trump is saying they're going to invade Greenland, they're going to invade Mexico, they're going to invade Canada. It's, in fact, again, star of the show today, Angry, pointed out in conversation today, that this is the contradiction of capitalism. It's when it cannot feed itself, so it's going to shoot itself in the foot in order to cut that foot off and eat it, so it can just consume and keep itself going. What do you guys think? I mean, we're all, the TikTok creators.
I mean, I was gonna say, like, I feel like if they were really concerned about like the security of like American data, why is it TikTok? Why is it not Facebook? Like, we already have proof that places like Facebook have literally started wars because of data usage. So if it's a situation, if they're really concerned about our data, like, why aren't they shutting down stores? Stores take our data all the time. Most of the things I have to be worried about in real life are the fact that I went shopping at a store and my, credit card information got stolen. Someone has my data because they don't know how to protect it.
Yeah.
It's never going to be about actual data unless they can own it, because it's valuable to them. But if they can't own it, then it's bad. And if it can be used to spread awareness, they definitely don't want that.